Hello eBayers, Dean here from the eBay experiment. This is part 8 of my main videos. Now, not a lot to report, so this won't be a very long video because I don't need to go into details about nothing. So the last few days have been quite bad actually. Now the thing is, I was thinking about this yesterday before I did this video. So there's a little bit of a plan here for once. Although this is officially like it's all systems go from the 1st of October 2025 of building nothing to a full-time business in eBay. At the moment, it isn't that, and I've been selling, as I've said before, on the side forever. Selling my own stuff, and it's been bubbling along on the side, funding itself, not really making massive profits, but just enough to tick over. Just because on one day I get up and think to myself, I know, I've got a good idea, I'm going to make a business out of this, it doesn't mean it changes overnight. So things are exactly the same in workflow, although I've got more commitment to it. So let's get that bit straight. So even though it's been a quiet few days, what it has done, it's been not that like since I've been doing it. You have days where you sell nothing, and then you get days where you sell lots. So on this particular week, it started off okay, and then towards the end of the week, it's only 1 or 2 items. And some of those items that I sent have been... I made an error actually. I keep doing this on eBay where I made the mistake of like cancelling the listings and re-advertising them. It's a way to get like a new listing and get the algorithm on eBay noticing it. But on some of these, what it done is it put the original listing on, and some of my multi-listings, some of the stuff has actually sold because it's good 5 years old. And what's happened is people have bought that old stuff which I haven't got. So I've now got 2 listings running, which goes against eBay's policy anyway, and then sold a few things, cheap things, but I haven't got them. So, oh man. So I've got to, and I don't make that mistake, like recently, like over the last 6 months, nothing. It's only now I've made that mistake. I don't know what I'm thinking. Anyway, I've resolved it. I've ended some listings. I've amalgamated some together, some older parts that I had and I've had for ages, like from AliExpress, Banggood, that sort of stuff. I've just bundled it in together into one to get rid of it. So I've got like a solution there. I've bought some more stuff. Hang on, itchy head. What's that mean? I've got some more stuff. I've got a few ideas which I can't go into detail at the moment because they're ideas. They're just on, well, literally a bit of paper sat there. So it's like having a business plan but not doing anything about it just yet. I've got some ideas. So once I start doing that, I will let you know what I'm doing. So at the moment, I'm looking down in here. It's normally up there with the RC stuff, isn't it? But down there, I've got a lot of stock regarding my eBay store. Now, I see a little bit of a problem here. And I had a chat with one of my suppliers. I say suppliers, make it sound like I'm great. Their margins are very tight, too tight. I don't know what I'm going to do about that yet. There's no, like, some wholesalers will give various tiers of discount. Not all of them, but the more you buy, the less it is. It seems to be usual business practice, but not these guys. So it's like small margins. You can do it, but you'd have to sell a lot of it to make it worthwhile, which means you've got to buy more, but you don't get a discount. The only thing is, there's a certain threshold. If you buy a certain amount, you don't pay for postage, which in itself isn't a lot, but it makes a lot of difference on smaller items. You know, the things that you sell for like £2 or £3, £4, £5. whatever. So there is an option there which I overlooked, and it's printed on their website. So, and I overlooked that bit. So I pay postage on everything I bought because I haven't gone above that threshold. That's one. I've also realised, which is going to be obvious to many of you, the competition when it comes to toys, gadgets, things like that is massive. It's absolutely humongous. It's one of the biggest commodities in eBay. And to stand out from all the other listings, you've got to do something quite special. That's the problem. I know what I'm going to do, but I haven't done it yet. So in a future video, I will tell you the sort of steps I'm going to take. Buying and selling on eBay isn't easy. It's okay for a side hustle or a bit of fun, or selling some stuff from home, or just some bits and pieces. But to start thinking about, especially in the genre, in what I'm selling, so RC, gadgets and toys, it's a completely different ball game. Most of the YouTube channels, I don't say all of them, but the ones that pop up on my feed are mainly people going to car boots and buying clothes and selling on eBay, or other few bits and pieces. Cameras come up a lot, and the vintage side of it, and that's all second hand for the most part. And I'm selling new products which everyone else is selling, and try without undercutting them, because it doesn't work like that, and trying to make a business out of it. It's mega hard. Hence why I've got a lot of stuff here that you can't see. And I'll be frank, is not selling very quickly. If I reduce the prices, so I'm barely making a profit, but even so making a little bit of profit, it'd probably sell. Because some people are selling some of these items on eBay cheaper than what I can buy them for. Now, I've done a bit of delving on where you can get certain parts, certain bits and pieces. There ain't many. So it starts that ball of what's going on? Why can they buy it and sell it for a profit? But there you go, there's your mistake. Maybe they're not profiting out of it. Maybe they are making a loss. I don't know. It's one of those things. I don't really want to make a loss. I want to even just turn it over or make a slight profit because of eBay's fees. Now, briefly, eBay. Now, here's a thought. I think eBay have a lot more control over your store than you realise. What's your thoughts on that? What do I mean by that? I'll briefly explain. If you've got an eBay store, and let's say, for argument's sake, you've got 4,000 followers on your shop. You're doing very well. Of those 4,000 followers, a percentage of those will buy from you, won't they? The more you have, the more often that's going to happen. And you sort of turn over your own regular custom. So it's like having people that, in the real world, it's people that will go to the same shop to buy the same stuff. Let's look at my shop, and I've got just over 190 followers. You're more likely it's passing trade. So that's like opening a shop, and you're only going to get people that walk past that look and go, oh, I might go in there and buy and have a look and see if they've got such and such. So it's very limited. Now, if you've got a shop online which has a lot of followers, technically you don't need eBay to run your business. And I say run your business loosely. You could probably have a website and have the same amount of people in a separate website buying from you. When you've only got like 190 followers, you are relying a lot on the eBay pushing your stuff, putting your adverts out there, recommending your adverts. Is a little bit like YouTube. of pushing your footage so other people can see it, and that's what you rely on. If eBay don't do that, their algorithm doesn't match what you're selling, people don't see your advert and they don't go in your shop. Yeah, it's obvious really when you think about it. But I think running all the promotions, I've got a few promotions running via eBay. Now they run out at the end of October. I'm going to rethink after the 31st, so into November, of how I promote myself. Because eBay charge for a lot of these promotions, and you end up taking a sort of a very last chunk of your limited profits and paying eBay. Although I've got another theory behind that, but while they're earning from you, they'll push your stuff out there. So yeah, I'm sort of working on the balance on that at the moment. But the fact of the matter, and the reason for this update number 8, is that I'm not really selling very much at the moment. So that's why you haven't really seen a lot of me on YouTube or social media, which may please you, may not, I don't know. I'd like to thank, first off now, I've got some followers on all across platforms, so Instagram, TikTok, eBay, YouTube. Putting them all together from a new entity, if you like, it's not bad. So each and every one of you at the moment, thank you for that. It means a lot. It just means that people are watching out and watching the progress, and I think that's good. It gives you some it's not the incentive, but it's something to share with other people, and hopefully the more people that come on board, the more viewage you'll get on across the platforms. And not that it will turn my shop over overnight, it will help. A lot of the work that needs to be done is behind the scenes, away from the camera, so that's what I'm working on. So that's the reason for the video. Update 8, very slow. There are plans, and I will let you know what those plans are, which are written down there in due course. I was hoping to bring out the videos every Monday, 10 PM UK time. I think for the time being it's going to be a little bit random. Weekend between Friday and Monday, and the sort of the gap in between. My real job, and I don't want to keep saying this, it's gone mental. So I've had to really plan ahead, because I've actually planned a few afternoons and days off during my week to focus a little bit on this, which then means I'm actually losing money. So I have to sort of be careful. We've still got bills to pay, so it can't fully be this. But the transition is slow. We're not even a month in. Building a business from scratch, let's be fair, can take years. Even this. So that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed this quick update number 8, and I'll see you very soon for update 9. My name's Dean. This has been the eBay experiment, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.